Good morning, my friends, and welcome back to the Better Body Fitness fan page. I am Coach Roxanne, and you are joining me live for Coffee Talk. Today, we are going to have Coach Chuck with us. We're piggybacking off of yesterday's message. It is going to be fantastic. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let me get us up and rolling here. I love it. It's going to be a beautiful Tuesday morning here in Wisconsin. Not going to be in the 80s, not going to be humid, just a beautiful 70 degrees. I love it. Good morning. You know the routine. Once you're on, drop it in the comments. Beth, good morning. My Beth, am I going to see you live for Coffee Talks, or is that now going to be for a while as well? Julie, good morning. Amy, good morning. I love it. Queen Camille. Hootsack, good morning. Feeling so much better today. I'm not sure I can say 100% the same, Chris. I'm not sure I can. Kylie, good morning. Nikki, good morning. Lynn, good morning. I love it. Happy Tuesday, my friends. Tracy, good morning, beautiful. Right back at ya. Right back at you. Know, this is one of my favorite parts of the day, is all of the good mornings. Oh, we've got some. Let me see here if I can. Good morning. Beth got all the windows open and loving the fresh air. I think we're going to do that today as well. Stacy, good morning. Carrie, happy Tuesday. School starts tomorrow. Have to leave before 7 a.m. tomorrow. I get it. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day. Crazy day. Corey, good morning. Coach and Clutch. Karen, good morning. Shelly, good morning. Tammy, Jenny, good morning. All right, my Lisa B. Lisa Belanger. I don't know if she's getting on today. It's her birthday. So, if you see her today, throw her some love. Happy birthday, Lisa. Sarah Flippin Robertson. Good morning. Erica, good morning. Beth, I don't think I can swing the live Coffee Talks. Well, I'll catch you on demand. I'll catch you on demand, my friend. Dolbeck, good morning. Kristen, I miss you, my friend. I miss you. Krista, good morning. Kim, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Ruth B, good morning. We have a Ruth B now and a Ruth R. So I need to designate who I'm speaking with. Lori, happy Tuesday. Oh, Hootsack, I can't either, starting tomorrow. Boo. Oh, this does make me a little sad, ladies. It makes me sad. Dee Dee, good morning. Nicole, good morning. Coaches and BB, or Michelle, Nicole. My eyes are seeing things. All right, my friends. Let's get rolling. Michelle, good morning. Kim, good morning. Amber, good morning. We're piggybacking off of yesterday a little bit. Amy, good morning. You guys are amazing. I love all the good mornings. It's like one of my most favorite parts of the day. Carrie, good morning. Lynn, good morning, my friend. I miss you as well. All right, Lisa, there she is. Happy birthday. Lisa, my friend, happy birthday. How's that new puppy going? Kirsten, miss you too. Life is about to get back to a better schedule for me with school starting. I love to hear that. I love it. All right, the title of today's video is, are you entitled? Now, I believe that if I went back in time, I probably had another video that was titled that, maybe back when we were going through the book 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. That might have been in that era, but I'm not sure. Hello, Coach Chuck.
Yeah, we're
semi-matching.
Purple and plum.
But mine says sunshine and coffee. Sunshine and coffee.
Mine says Better Body Fitness.
All right.
13 Things I Hate About You.
No.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, sad.
And the girl from...
I don't know her name.
She's All That, or...
No.
So You Think You Can Dance, or...
Save the Last
Save
Dance?
the Last Dance. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, are you entitled? Yesterday we talked about feeling entitled. So every now and then I get comments in regards to my arms, and a lot of times they're almost all the time, they're complimentary, they're sweet, they're kind, and sometimes there's a little backhanded compliment and they're like, you didn't really get those lifting water bottles, did you? We talked a little bit about that yesterday, and the answer was no, I didn't get these lifting water bottles. But if I'm going to be honest, like I said yesterday, I didn't really get these lifting weights, did I? Yes. But I'll tell you what the number one reason I have these arms is. It's nutrition. Number two is consistency. Number 3 is weights. And people have that backwards. Whenever anybody says to me, oh, I want to program an arm so I can get arms like yours, you have to be willing to eat like me. You have to be willing to be consistent like me. And I think you can. I don't think it's impossible for you. I think you can. But you have to be in it for the long haul. You have to be in it for the game. You have to be in it for life. This isn't just in 1 year, I'm going to achieve this and then I'm done. As a matter of fact, it took me 5 years. It took me 2 to 3 years to lose the weight, 2 to 3 years to get the arms. If I'm even right on that, I'd have to go back and look at dates and times and pictures because I really don't remember. But it didn't just happen for me. It took a long time. So I want to talk more about that. I get it. We're putting in the work. We put in a lot of work. Am I right, ladies? It's days, it's weeks, it's months. For some of us, it's been years. We feel entitled to see results, to see change, to see progress, to see something because we're putting in all this work. Did you want to jump in here?
I'm just here to listen today, I guess.
Oh my goodness. But I think if the past 18 months has taught us anything, we aren't entitled to anything. It doesn't, it's working somewhere and putting in hard work, long days, long hours. And all of a sudden you start to feel entitled for a promotion. You feel entitled for a raise. But nobody told you that. Nobody said, if you work harder, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. But somewhere along the lines, we get this entitled attitude that we deserve this because we decided we were going to work hard. Fitness is the same thing. Just because you're putting in more work, just because you're working really hard, it doesn't entitle you to a result. It doesn't mean that in 6 months you're going to have abs. It doesn't mean in a year that you're going to not have any body fat on your body. It just doesn't mean that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have a false sense of what it takes to be successful. And I think that is anything in life. When you look at somebody that has, and this is beyond what social media has projected out there, right? Because there's a lot of people that project the happy, perfect life, all the perfect pictures on Facebook. And then we're like, man, I wish I had what they had. And then you come to realize there's not a lot of truth behind what you see. So put that aside for a minute. But the people that we really look up to, the people that we follow because we admire them and they're very transparent about what they have in the results that they've achieved, whether it's in relationships, as a parent, in the workforce, financially speaking, of course, in the health field or whatever. I think that it's easy to look at what they have and not get a great picture of what it really took to get there. And we have this sense of like this overnight success, right? Like, holy cow, like I remember Roxanne back in the day and now she's got these crazy looking arms and she's a coach and all this. But we don't have an opportunity to see all of the investments and all of the time and all of the effort. And if you have the desire to achieve the things that you see somebody modeling out there, you really should take the time to understand what it took for that individual to get the truth behind what that individual had to do to get it. Because this is really about what I talked about yesterday too. It's building the perfect recipe for success. You have to have the right ingredients in the right order. You have to have patience, right? And just because one person got one result doesn't mean that we are going to get, as she said, entitled to get the exact same result that they did.
So funny you mentioned social media. This was the thought I had and I didn't write down. Scroll on Instagram for 5 minutes. Pop in fitness. And you are going to see very fit women showing you workout moves. Yeah. They're going to show you how to work your legs, how to work your abs, how to work your arms, how to work your back. And you're going to think, if I do that work, I'm going to look like that. What you don't see is what they ate before the workout, what they ate after the workout, the fact that they don't consume an ounce of sugar, an ounce of alcohol, that their whole life is based around their body. And they don't show you that though. They want you to believe that that 30-second clip of that workout is going to get you what they have in their body. And that just is not factual. It's just not factual. And they've probably been working at this and dieting and eating for that body since the moment they could. But we don't think about that. They probably don't have children. Now, we don't know any of that for sure. But I am saying when something like that catches your eye, dig a little deeper because you're just seeing the surface level. You're just seeing a 30-second clip, but you don't really know what it's taken for them to get where they are.
Yeah, so another point that I think is really critical, if you've been attending these talks and you've heard us mention the 4 S's, right? The smoothie, the steps, the sweat, the sips, and we've talked about supplement, the higher level S's, right? The supplementation, the sleep, stress reduction, stretching, all of these things. And there's a lot of you out there that are doing these things, right? You're like, I'm doing what my coach told me to do. I have the data. Like I have the charts. We've had clients email us the charts, right? And that's phenomenal. And it's not to take anything away from the effort. And again, this is where we get caught in this conversation of, well, I'm doing everything that they talked about. Maybe I should be doing more. So there's 2 parts to this story. 1, maybe I should be doing more. 2, auditing what you really truly are doing, right? Like, are you really actually doing everything as it is outlined? And if you are, fantastic. If you find an area that you could improve upon, then we need to improve upon that. But if you are, keep doing what you're doing. And if you're like, no, I am nailing it. Like I am nailing it. Like I am crushing it. I have my calories. Like I know everything's on point. I log everything. This is 100% transparency, coach. I don't understand why I'm not further ahead than I think I should be. Or I'm doing the exact thing that Coach Roxanne does every day. Why don't I? That really is the long game conversation. Like you can be entitled to the belief that you should have what she has if you're willing to put in another 16 years.
Right.
Now, again, that's to get exactly where she is now. And it's not even 100% the truth either because her path and your path will never be identical.
Never. Right.
But give me 12 months. There are some of you that have been with us for 12 months and life is drastically different than it was 12 months ago.
Raise your hand if you're that person. If you have been with us for 12 months and your life is drastically different.
Yeah, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, right?
I know a couple people on here and I know that to be a fact. I know it to be a fact. Yes.
Even 6 months.
Right. So what do though? We become impatient, right? When we feel we're entitled to results and we're not getting them, we become impatient. And what do? We start looking, we start squirrel, right? Our eyes start getting pulled to shiny objects. And we think, if I stop this program and I do that program, I am going to have faster results. But what ends up happening? We might start to implement it until we realize the work that's going to go into that program, just like this program, and we aren't getting results faster than like we thought. And then what do? We either go back to the old program or we go all the way back to the beginning. We go back to our comfort zone. We stay there for a little while because it's safe, it's comfortable before we decide that we're going to actually get back into it again. All right, we got lots of people raising their hands out there. I love it.
Like the average person can't even complete, we do 21-day challenges, right? We have a super cool challenge coming up that will challenge you physically but more mentally than physically. And I'm excited to launch that for you guys coming up in October. But like 1 month, like a 28-day, we used to do 28-day challenges for like years. 1 month, like, do you know, New Year's resolutions are such garbage, right? Like it. I've set them, you've set them, and we've broken them within the first 10 days. Like we can't even go 10 days, let alone a month. But just like Coach Roxanne was saying, squirrel here, squirrel there. I'm telling you guys, if you know the story from just a few short weeks ago, I did an interview with my coach to ask him to apply for a higher level coaching program. And I had to go through a 90-minute interview with him. And he asked me some really tough questions. And then I asked him questions. And here was his first piece of coaching advice. He wasn't going to force me to do it. You guys know the story, right? Box up your books. Take down that bookshelf. Gut your entire room, paint the walls white. Get a small bookshelf with 5 books, and here's the books you can have there. Get a whiteboard up on your wall and clear space for production. And I was like, what? So there's a part of this conversation of, are you coachable too, right? Like, can you even complete an assignment and do it with effort and focus? And now that was exercise 1. Now it's like, okay, I have 12 months with this guy and I'm 3 weeks in. Are you doing the work? Every week we have an assignment. Are you doing the assignments, right? Like, can you even commit to 28 days is one part of the conversation. Now, all those of you raising your hands, 28 days, 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. And can you do it in a way, my coach said, I know you have a lot of resources. You need to eliminate distractions. I need you to go all in, not only on you, but I need you to go all in and trust the process of what we are doing together. And we are so guilty. I am so guilty of this. Like, I want to keep buying books. I want to open up the books in the boxes. I'm on the internet and it's like, all of these people fighting for my attention are like, here's this program and here's this program and here's this free download and here's all this. We can't even stay in our own lane for 28 days, let alone 6 months or 12 months. Imagine the possibilities. Coach Roxanne had to start out and she had to go fishing and find what worked for her. And then when she knew what she wanted, she had to isolate herself in that lane. So did I. And stick with the program in order to give it time to mature. Right?
So I want to give you a little something to think about today now we're going to have a part 2 on this tomorrow, but I want to give you a little something to think about today. You're working super hard, right? I want you to think about this. Is what you're working super hard on something inside of your comfort zone? Are you the person who has been working on snacking for the past 6 months to a year? But you're always working on snacking. You're always working on eliminating that nightly snack. But it's something in your comfort zone, and it's something that feels safe to work on. What is it outside of your comfort zone that you're afraid to take on? Is it meal prepping? Is it logging? Is it going out and getting more better equipment for your gym? Is it getting matting for your floor, better shoes? Is it logging calories? What else is there? There's so many things.
Well, we talked about this before we went on camera today, and we kind of broke it down to like, there are 2 things that I think we need to talk about. What were you just talking about?
Working inside your comfort zone.
Comfort zone, right? Right? But like, there's the habits that we need to master and improve upon. And then there's the investments, right? So like, the habit thing, would be like if you're mastered one part of, like, audit these areas, and if there's any room for improvement, you need to make it. And if you're like, no, I'm crushing all 4 major areas, then we need to find, like, then there's the sleep game, the stretching game, the supplement game, the stress reduction game. But in your investments, now if you find yourself constantly complaining that something isn't changing, right? So there's the comfort zone and there's the complaining zone. Like, my feet hurt. Okay. But you've been saying your feet hurt for like 2 months. That would be Skylar. That would be Skylar. She's attempting to eat a piece of the carpet.
Oh, let's keep going here.
That's not healthy. Skylar, are you okay? Anyways, say your feet hurt, right? When's the last time you actually invested in quality shoes? Now, I'm not talking about like $25 shoes that you get from such and such store. I'm talking about going to like a real shoe shop, get your feet fitted. That's really funny. I can't get on. It wasn't right. Like $150 for a pair of shoes is an investment. Good quality socks. Do you have matting? Do you have a dedicated space in your home, right? Not just hardwood or cement or carpet. Like, did you go and get 1/2-inch matting that you can exercise on? What does your exercise space look like? All of the things that you can do, right? Like proper workout gear, sweat towels, water bottles, right? The supplementation conversation. Like, do you need more? Like, what do you need to invest in yourself? More weights. You've been doing the same weights.
Have you been talking about the snooze button for the past 6 months? Have you done anything about it? It's time to get outside your comfort zone and work on something harder. Is it setting that alarm across the room? Is it having your clothes and your shoes ready to go? Right now, you're safe in your comfort zone. It's time to step out of that.
When it comes to cooking, what do you need? Like, do you need more cutting boards? Do you need better knives? Guys, if any of this is ringing a bell, if any of it you're like, oh my goodness, that's me, we'd love to know before we jump off here. If there's one thing that's ringing a bell, type it in. So
do you need to get more organized in your kitchen?
Yeah, like do you need to get a spice rack, right? Before you buy more stuff, right? Do you need to get more organized? Spice rack. We got rid of all our crappy Tupperware. We bought glassware and not 100 pieces. Do you need, if you need to save more time, do you need to get a slow cooker? Would it be advantageous to get a rice cooker, an Instapot, an air fryer? Not just to have it, but like legit, like, oh my goodness, like getting some gigantic sheet pans to make sheet pan recipes.
Beth said, I need to log, but every time I think about it, I get stressed. I need some tips. All right, here's my tip, Beth, all right? You just got to do it. Now, that's not a great tip, but I'm going to tell you how. Tonight, before you go to bed, 10 minutes of quiet time. Pop in what you think tomorrow's going to look like. That's it. Just pop in what you think it's going to look like and then see what happens. That's it. That's all I want you to do. 10 minutes before you go to bed.
And Beth, you know, when I hear somebody say that they're overwhelmed or stressed about it, we need to take baby steps, right?
Why does it trigger you?
Right. Like take an opportunity to anytime you feel overwhelmed or stressed about starting something, we have to identify the story or the trigger. And you know, like you got it, like marinate it until you find it. Like, oh, I don't know. No, we know.
Right.
We definitely know.
Tracy, where do I begin? Where do you begin? What's one thing you can do today? Do you do a morning smoothie? If not, start there. That's it. Start there until it feels natural. It might be 2 weeks. It might be 3 weeks. Start there. Start small. Is it a half a mile walk every day? Start there. Start small. Start small. Michelle, I need to organize. What do you need to organize? Pick one thing. Pick one thing. Don't look at your whole house and think pick one area that you need to organize. Is it the gym? Is it your closet? Is it the kitchen? Pick one. Pick one. All right, that's where we're going to end things today. I saw a lot of amazing comments today. I'm going to go back. I'm going to give them all some love. But we're going to carry on tomorrow with part 2 on Are You Entitled? So I hope that you guys will join us there. Coach Chuck is not live today. No new nuggets. So join me, maybe us, back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., my friends.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Have a great one.
Lisa B., happy birthday!